Hello again, David Creel, with my friend from across the pond, as we say, Callum, who lives in England, in the south of England, and this is my guest day. He's a former professional rugby player, which by definition makes him pretty cool. So, Callum, how are you today?
I'm doing great, mate. I'm really honored and excited to be on your podcast here. So thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, my pleasure, and thanks for saying yes. So, we've been talking for a while. We're in a coaching program, me and Calamar, and you know, we're similar in what we do and our approaches to things, but we live literally across the world from each other. It's like we're brothers from another mother. So I think this is gonna be fun.
Same eyes, same attitude.
So, what's on your mind today? How can I help?
Yeah, I had to think about this. And there's a number of different ways. A lot of the time I get coached on beliefs and stuff. But I actually think like I really want to use this space today to start to create into the future a little bit. To give you context, my coaching practice has got really, really busy. I'm full. I mean, there's full that's like paying the bills and doing well. I could probably maybe, if I wanted, squeeze a couple more in, but I don't know if that's what I want. So I'm as full as I need to be. And now I'm like, what would be really exciting for me moving forward? Do I create group program? Do I do more of, I do some intensive days, like one-off days with people? Do I move into the corporate space? I'm at a point where I want to keep this really fun. Don't want it to be heavy, but I love it and I want to just keep excited about it. So I've reached my kind of first milestone in terms of getting complete and gaining a bit of a waiting list, but like where do I want to go from here? And I haven't thought about it. So this space is a great opportunity to think about that.
Okay, so what would you like to do? If we're just making it up, I mean, what if I could give you four or five or six options, what would get you excited?
The first thing that springs to my mind is that I want to do a retreat abroad next year. That would really, really excite me. I would like to do more one-off days. I really like it. It's really fun to work with a group of people. You can create like all I want to do. I think coaching is going to change the world. I think if you can change how leaders see things, you can really change the world. And when I've done these coaching days, I typically get a group of people. They might be clients, they might be new people. We'll do like 25K hikes, sea swims, like eating. I bring in a storyteller for the day who themes it. But the impact is massive. Like, wow, you can coach 5, 6 people really deeply in a day. And I'm like, wow, the two events I've run, I don't think I've had as much impact in a day. And I really, really enjoyed that. So I would like to do more of those in the UK, but I'd like to do some of those abroad. That really excites me. I'm thinking as well, like a couple of my clients I love, and they potentially, the contracts that they're on pay less, and maybe like it'd be a stretch for them to pay what I currently charge. So I was thinking of creating a group program to give an opportunity for people who can't afford the prices. I mean, I know our ethos is that everyone can afford it, because if they had to, they'd do what they needed. But I think for some people, to make it easier for them, it'd be good to run a group program. I think that actually, I hadn't really thought about that, but that actually kind of does excite me. The corporate space is an interesting one because I've got my first proper corporate client tomorrow. I work with a business, but I just work with the two leaders, and I know, but this is like a big corporate, and I'm going in to speak to 6 of the leaders tomorrow and then coach a few of them following that. I don't know if it excites me yet. I'm going to just see. Tomorrow's a bit of an audition. I'm tempted to think that it might not be for me, to be honest. I'm just going to see how it plays out. The idea of working with people who might not want to be in the job that they're in and want to leave, I think that's a weird. I don't know how to describe that. I'm worried. I'm not worried. I'm curious about what that space looks like to coach within that. If people are really misaligned and they want to leave, and I'm being paid by the people, I'm not sure if I want to get myself in those situations. So I'm kind of open to that. I guess after speaking out loud, what I'm thinking is like some big fun days, abroad and some big fun days in the UK is what really excites me.
So why don't you do both? Not the corporate, like, because we don't know yet, because that's a new, you're going to have that experience tomorrow. You're going to say this is for me or this is not for me. But the group coaching aspect, or the, say, intensives or whatever, deep dives or whatever you would call it,
Yeah.
why don't you do both?
Yeah. And then it's just kind of I don't know how you like look at your weeks, but I've got the cadence of most of my clients is it's either every week or every other week. So I look at like a 2-week period and I go, right, well, I've got 20 slots. And then how do people fit into that? So then how does that look if I did intensives and putting a group program into it? I'm guessing like intensives might only be 1 month, 1 weekend, one a month. So I can fit that in. And then the group just looks like taking some of those clients that I think really want to really benefit and then sort of putting them together, which is a funny one because I've not done that. I can't, do you know, most people run a group program, they create the program and people come into it. But what I'm sort of suggesting might be a good idea for me is take existing people in one-to-one coaching and see if they're interested in mixing in. Why don't I do it? I guess I've only just started really like thinking about it today. But I think that's a way of me moving some of these people together and creating space so that firstly in that session I'm not like losing money or like not gaining as much as I have, because I've got a waiting list of people that would pay that. Or but then also it frees up an extra slot to take on someone else. So why don't I? There is no good reason. So I guess that's it.
Okay, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think. But let me say something out loud. I want to. I like. We were talking a bit about it on the call today, but like being your word is an important part of creation.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end of this year, I want to have a date in the diary to run a coaching retreat abroad, and I want to have the dates for 3 in the UK intensives. The group thing, I'm not going to promise anything because I need to talk to those clients, see if that interests them. So yeah, there you go.
You heard it here first, boys and girls, coming to a city near you, either in over here in America, a place to be determined, or somewhere in the UK, coming to a place near you. Callum's Intensive.
I hadn't thought the States, that'd be a fun place to do it.
Well, I don't know. Well, when I hear abroad, you know, America is abroad from
Yeah.
UK. So
bit of fear comes up there because I'm like, my UK clients might fly to France. It's an hour, whatever, 2 hours, but like flight over there like that. But that would be fucking fun. Yeah. Okay. I think it's going to be France to start, and then the States is. I don't know if I. Yeah, that's interesting. I can feel a bit of fear of like, oh, can I create clients in the States? Like, how would that look? That's just my own stuff to get over.
Well, I mean, France is technically abroad too, and so's Japan, and so's where would you like to have it? If you could have any place in the whole world, where would you like to have it?
Okay, so three places come up. Hawaii, because I want to go on holiday there.
That if you never been to Hawaii, it does not suck and it lives up to the hype.
Okay, so Hawaii, um, the Caribbean.
Okay, been there too. Does not suck either.
Yeah, I think my brother loves Barbados. I think that would be a cool place to go. And then I do like the idea of doing one in France as well, because I lived there for a long time and appreciate the country. So those would be three dream locations for me to take some coaching.
Where would you like to start?
I'll start with France. I've got some interesting opportunities there. Like someone offered me a chateau to do this in. Um, I also like one of the guys that I love the place called Biarritz, and there's a big part of like the intensives. It's not just doing coaching, right? It's doing like fun shit and like because joy leads to flow and flow leads to high performance and different types of thinking. And Biarritz is like this amazing space where you can get in the sea, you can surf, you can skate. There's lots of fun things we could do. And I lived there, I loved it. So I think having a retreat there would be really special. So I think if I could get a retreat there next like August, maybe people be looking after kids then. It might be like next June. Might be a cool time to do that actually. Got some friends who live there, so maybe I can rent out one of their houses or something. Okay. Got me thinking. Yeah, I think what if I just said I was going to do it in Biarritz next year? Sounds like a good option, to be honest.
Well, like that person, Townsend Wardlaw, has taught us. Are you
Yeah,
a serious person? Okay, that's not what he taught. That is what he taught us. But what would he ask you? When's the next time you get your teeth cleaned?
yeah,
Because it's going to be next month or 4 months or whenever it is, because it's on the calendar.
yeah. Say, I think if I said the first week of June, I don't know why that works for me, but first week of June. I was just thinking about like the school holidays here. I don't know when they are for you, but like a lot, I can't work out whether that's a good time to do it or a bad time because people are off, like quite often off, but then they're looking after their children. So I'm thinking out of term time is a better time. So it's either pre or post August. I feel like June is just a bit more fun and ambitious for me. Um, September's quite far away. So I don't fail at things. So I know it's going to happen. So just want to make sure it happens when I most want it to happen. I think June sounds like a really fun time to do it.
Okay. So you heard it here first, boys and girls. Coming to the local France town near you, uh, the first week of June at some point, 2024, it's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Right. Let's do it. Oh, sounds good. Yeah. I was just thinking about that. I was like, fuck, obviously, like obviously it's like such an the only thing is like, yeah, there's nothing like difficult really about that, I don't think.
Well,
Not that that makes it unexcited, but unexciting. It's just like why wouldn't I do that?
yeah. I mean, as we both know, it's not difficult, it's just unfamiliar because you've never done it.
Yeah, yeah. Funny how quick your mind goes like, okay, well, the flights to this place, what days do they get in? So if you match the coaching around the typical flight times from London to Vera, it's like funny. I'll work it out. Yeah.
Like, why don't I'm gonna be here and I'd like y'all to show up too and figure out how to get over here. Take the tunnel if you want.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it'll happen.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, mate.
This was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
All right. Talk to you soon.
See.